The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Get it!
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. But a good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards.
Here's Hurts to throw.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
Jalen Hurts.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Here's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But these two teams, the Eagles and Colts, the two best rushing teams in the NFL in 2021 a season ago. The Eagles, maybe a surprise to many that they were number 1 last year. Of course, they got a lot of rushing yards from their quarterback that helped them. And the Colts, with Jonathan Taylor, they were number 2.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer. Exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive. Stop them on the first drive defensively.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Next to score, Eagles 17, Colts nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know which team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17-0 our score after one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Hurts throw here, take it in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Smith here. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 29 yards. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Eagles 24, Colts nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the final tally.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Drop 50. Ready.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
3. 19 right.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play action. It's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nakobe Dean in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Cut like team. Cut like 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Forced out to his left. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And now here is another interception.
So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Hey, let's go!
Sanders will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
60 back.
Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Eagles extend their lead yet again.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Colts, nothing. Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Cougar 19. 79 Broncos.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Read alert. Read alert.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
It's taken to the 26.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Kwity Paye has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Go street. Hiking 18. Ready.
On second and a long way to go.
Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
They'll let Taylor try and run.
And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2 unsuccessful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I would have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll run with Sanders, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Get out! Wait! What?
Now it's Ryan. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Ryan. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.